Hello BookTube. Today I would like to talk about PIRANESI by Susanna Clarke. This video will not be a proper in-depth review, but rather a short, spoiler-free discussion as I reflect about this wonderful book. Hopefully, what I have to say will make you pick it up. Of course, as you probably already know, Susanna Clarke is the author of the highly beloved fantasy superstar Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, which you can see right here. I never know if it's Norrell or Norrell. She's also the author of the short story collection The Ladies of Grass Adieu, which are both set in the same world. I have to say that even though I have my qualms about both of those books, I really enjoyed them, and I found that this was an author I wanted to follow. Many years later, she has published the luminous PIRANESI, an incredibly short novel that, in my opinion, is her masterpiece. This is a truly beautiful, smart, witty, astonishing work of the imagination. It is fascinating to me that this book can be thematically very similar to Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, while at the same time feeling like a huge departure from it, unique and fresh. Now, PIRANESI is dreamlike, trance-like, highly evocative. It plays with the reader's capacity to imagine and visualize space, as well as the experience of time and self. The writing style is simple yet powerful, leaving the impression that the author has carefully and lovingly crafted each sentence. The descriptions are vivid, yet impossible to fully grasp. In that sense, it makes me think of one of my favorite writers, the German genius Michael Ende, creator of the never-ending story, Momo, and several other stories of which I was constantly reminded throughout PIRANESI. Susanna Clarke tells a story that is truly mystifying and enigmatic, the very definition of mysterious. Like all great artistic expressions, it provides for many levels of multiple meaning, unfolding and creating an ocean of interpretations. I thought it was a very rich text and look forward to hearing other readers' thoughts on it, as well as rereading it in the future myself. Personally, I cannot sing this book's praises highly enough. It had many attributes that I value in literature, especially the number one attribute, which is playfulness. The author was never afraid of being silly, even ridiculous. I think that actually makes the book more powerful, well-balanced, and true. The main character is naive, curious, and relatable. We see the world through his eyes with awe and taking in the majesty of the house he inhabits. As a psychotherapist and psychoanalyst, I much appreciated the book's subtle yet sharp discussion of identity, mental illness, and ethics, among many others. I also think the book can be seen as a beautiful example of what Sigmund Freud described as the primary and secondary processes of thinking. Actually, now that I think of it, there are many analytic concepts that I kept thinking about while reading PIRANESI, many of which have shaped my private practice. For example, the way that I understand dreaming, playing, unconscious fantasy, and free association. I really believe this book will be very appealing to people in the humanities, such as psychology-related disciplines or art. In conclusion, PIRANESI is one of those rare books for me which feel like an inextinguishable flame or a gem with many sides, like a library with unending possibilities of meaning. I know, it sounds very corny, I know, but give me a break, I'm usually very cynical. I would 100% recommend that everyone try this novel out, even people who did not enjoy Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, which is a novel that I love, but honestly, it is bloated and can be boring. PIRANESI is truly special I think. It's charming, it's delightful, thought-provoking, and inherently decent. If you have read this book or are interested in it, please leave a comment down below letting me know. Thank you for watching.